Welcome to Verbal Pick Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday people. Like to welcome you all to the show. Let's get into the ordeal that just took place not even 15 minutes ago at a park I was at. Public park now. Has a lake around it. The birds are there. I come there to film. Especially I film my introductions of nature, had the music behind it, getting ready for Everyday People, the movie, part 5. For those of you who haven't seen Everyday People, the movie, part 1, 2, 3, and 4, go check it out on YouTube. But you got to type in Everyday People, the movie. The is THE, not DA. Now, check this out. So I'm out there filming, right? And mind you, it was drizzling a little bit. Around 5:40. So I go to catch some of the larger birds, crane. You might see hawks out there, and I like to film them as they fly away, right? So it's just myself out there filming, and a white couple with their dog walk by. That was it, because a lot of people wasn't at the park today due to the rain and the weather conditions, right? And so I'm filming. Next thing I know, 2 police officers from the sheriff department approached me, and they said that we got a call of a suspicious person out here filming. And I was like, what's suspicious about me out here filming? He was like, they got a call. We have to check it out. I showed them the photos, and it was nothing but birds on the photos. And I said, again, can you explain to me what's suspicious about this? So the one officer, white officer, he stated that, well, you know how it is at these times. I'm like, nah, what you mean, at these times? What the heck is going on? Right? Which I kind of knew, as far as with the mega hat incidents and all the racial tension that's going on, right? And, he didn't repeat himself, but I understood what he meant. And I was just amazed at the fact that, damn, a black man can't be at a public park filming birds. That's a threat to white people. So I want to look deeper into the psychosis of that. Now, it was a white man and a white woman who shot 5 police officers, HPD officers, here in the city of Houston. When the news first broke, everybody thought it was a Hispanic or a black man or some minority. And come to find out that they were white. Now, I'm starting to think that, damn, whenever you see a white man and a white woman, or hell, white people, period, call the police and say that you saw a suspicious white male, white woman at the park, and see how they respond in their reaction, or if they like their own treatment. It's like, because sometimes you have to show people their ways, meaning you have to emulate them, do what they do, so they can see how silly it is when they put themselves in your position. Do the reverse. And I was just amazing, though. I'm like, you all are so arrogant and so confident that the police department is on your side and they respond to your every beck and call when you do the most dirt. I mean, I'm like, damn. And the funny part about it is, black people been in America before Columbus came, before there was any Europeans on this land. So really, we're not the suspicious ones. You know, hell, the white man and the white woman are the suspicious ones in America. Everybody wonder, man, what you doing here and how did you get in control? Which we know the story. You took it by force. Like the guy said at the Covington Catholic High School, he stated that, land gets stolen all the time. That's how it's done. Yeah, in your mindset, but not in the indigenous mindset. It's about peace and come in. And a peaceful event of taking pictures at birds at a public park can get the police called on you, on taxpaying citizens. And you can't, you can't write this. It was ridiculous, man. I'm like suspicious. No, but the thing of what was suspicious was it was a black man outside that's into nature or looking at nature. Who do he think he is? You're not supposed to be out here looking at nature. You're supposed to be out on the street, on a cut somewhere, playing the role that we set up for you. How dare you step outside the box that we created for you and start studying nature? You know what I mean? That's what it's really about. Yeah, we'll call the police on you and get that straight. And watch, I'll be back out there again the same time, doing the same thing, which even make them even more upset at the fact that the police didn't run you away for being out here at the park taking pictures of nature. Yeah. It's ridiculous, man. I mean, I'm just like, this was crazy. Crazy idea, crazy event, but it shows you racism in America is real, just as it was yesterday in the 60s, 50s, 40s, 1800s. But the bigger question is, why? How do you climb in the mind of white people and see through their eyes? Is it possible? What is it? I'm thinking it's a psychosis. I think it's, not fear, but, a black phobia. You know what I mean? They see anybody deemed as black, and I don't care if you black from Haiti, Africa, the Dominican, Mexico, Puerto Rico, New Orleans, South Dakota. It's just you black in America, and white people seem that they can't handle that. It's like your very presence irks them, like they created the land that they walk on. They act like they're the God who put the trees and that life started from white people. And they're irritated with every other race on the planet, when that's not what happened. Matter of fact, the human race didn't start with white people. And so it's like, who do you think you are? Man, what kind of ego do you have to think that way? Like, how dare you be at my public park taking pictures of my birds that flew out the sky, that's landing on my dirt and landing by my lake? You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing here? And that's like if the Native Americans were to ask white people when they came here, what are you doing in my America? Start treating them that way. Why don't you leave and go back to Europe? We don't want you here. Your presence here disturbs us. We don't like seeing your face. We don't like seeing anything about you. Why don't you get off our land and go back to wherever you came from? And everywhere, every time they showed up, the indigenous start calling the police on them. Hey, can you remove this white person? They're in our space. They're in our prisons. We don't want them here. Why don't you tell them to leave? Get out. We're tired of looking at you. No, you speak the native dialect that was here before you got here. Take that English back to England with you. We don't want it. You take your customs and take those funny looking clothes you wear and get out and get off of our land. And dog they trail everywhere they turn. Driving while white, call the police on them. At the park, taking pictures of birds while white, call the police on them. Eating while white, calling the police on them. Walking while white, call the police on them. Riding a bicycle while white, call the police on them. And so they can get that feel. You know, how ridiculous it is. I don't know, I'm just saying. Verbal Pick Radio, we're out.